Hi, I'm Stacy Marcel. I'm a licensed arborist in the state of Connecticut and also the owner of Northeast Horticultural Services. And I'm here with one of my fellow arborists and one of my wonderful plant healthcare technicians. Ladies.
I'm Kate. As you said, I'm also a licensed arborist and I really specialize in plant healthcare.
So my name is Louise Frazier. I'm a plant healthcare technician at Northeast Horticultural Services. I'm also their licensed pesticide applicator.
Today we're here to talk to you about integrated pest management and why in today's landscape it's important that IPM is a regular part of your plant and tree care. Integrated pest management is something that you need to have done by a qualified individual like a licensed arborist who is well versed in tree and plant material,
insect and disease timing, what we have in the area, when it's a problem during the year, and what things it goes after. Just spraying pesticides and crossing your fingers and hoping that it's going to work is not the way we want to move forward in this industry.
It's a really antiquated approach. So the evolution of the organic movement, using pesticides even as a blanket approach where you may control a few things isn't good, because you're going to have a lot of excess pesticides in the world, right? And those don't do good for anything. They don't do good for birds, mammals, water. Beneficial insects are often a big, casualty of those blanket type applications that have been done in the past.
Yeah. Beneficial insects are going to be better at controlling pests than any pesticide ever will.
As arborists, we have training that will allow us to walk through properties at a regular interval, generally every 3 to 6 weeks, depending on the species that we have on a property. We do our visits based on growth degree days. Kate, what is a growth degree day?
So the short answer, it's a little bit hard to wrap your head around because the name doesn't make much sense. But it pretty much looks at how much time the day has spent over a certain temperature over the course of the year. Usually that threshold temperature is 50 degrees. So the amount of time every day spends over 50 degrees, you get X number of growing degree days.
We're going to move on. We're going to show you some specific examples now of things that we're going to do on our arborist scouting visit here on this property.
Yeah.
Things that we know we need to look for based upon those growth degree days, and things that we have in our arsenal to go ahead and make this landscape healthier. So in any integrated pest management program, there's some really important caveats that you have to make sure are being handled correctly. The first thing is that you have to have a proper identification of whatever tree or shrub specimen that you're dealing with. If you inaccurately identify a tree or shrub, chances are you're going to inaccurately identify what's affecting it. Specific diseases and insects attack specific shrubs, trees and shrubs, right? So that's one. Two, once you find an insect or a disease problem, you need to make sure that you accurately identify that pest problem. That's how we can go ahead and prescribe specific solutions. Certain pesticides, certain fungicides only work on certain diseases or insects.
And at particular times of the year too.
So that's the third thing, is that we talked about it before. You need to make sure you know the growth degree days so you know what stage that insect or disease is in. If you don't have somebody on your property that can accurately do those three things, your integrated pest management program is going to be ineffective.
Some issues are just downright problems, and
That'll
if you
spread,
don't
continue.
and kill plant material.
But yeah, this has leaf roller, right?
Yes.
But it's acceptable because the plant's not going to suffer as a result. It's a somewhat aesthetic issue now. It didn't affect the beauty of this plant, which was the flower,
Yes.
right, or in early spring.
Yeah.
So we need to let nature take its natural normal cycle.
Yes. And in this case, I will let that go.
Okay, so here on this oak leaf hydrangea, we actually found quite a little bit of scale on the plant. But as you can see by the whole entire plant as a whole, it wasn't really a bothersome or a pest in this plant. So we wouldn't want to go ahead and blanket this plant with pesticides if it didn't really need it. So we didn't really need to target the pests that we found here.
You have an acceptable threshold level.
Yes.
See? What a good technician. So a big part of IPM too is being thorough, not just looking at the bush as you walk by, but actually grabbing it, turning it over, looking at the undersides of stems and leaves, because that's where bad guys like to hide. They're not always out in the open.
If you start to have fungal problems like this, which is not the fuzzy is normal, but sort of that dip that you see all the way around, you can't really do anything.
Fungus has to be treated preventatively. So by the time a fungus is inside of a plant and it's inoculated the plant, it's going to run its course. So no late season fungal treatments. If anybody is applying them after bloom is done or fruit set, they're wasting your time.
Yes.
If we went ahead and we did a blanket application to this property to prevent leaf hoppers that we knew might affect the pear tree, you're going to get inadvertent pesticide application here, and we're going to kill the pollinators and the bees,
The honeybee.
the lightning bug. Look at this really cool bug. Where did we see it? Over here. So we're not sure what it is, but it does not appear to be harming this beautiful plant. So we're going to have all these extra casualties of things that are beneficial for your landscape. So this just furthers the push for IPM, because we really want to promote a healthy landscaping. Tell us, what is neem oil? Why is that really important in IPM?
Neem, the active ingredient, if anybody wants to know, is acidoreactive.
Say that 3 times fast. Acidoreactant, right?
And so it functions as a growth regulator, but also as a repellent. So if it gets on an insect, it sort of prevents it from being able to move into its next life stage, which when a bug can't grow, it dies.
It's going to die.
It's going to die. It is organic. It actually works really well. It has some antifungal and miticide properties to it, but it is quite effective.
So on one species we got aphids, mites, saw some earwigs. What's making the leaves roll in half?
Mostly the aphids.
Probably the aphids. So they're causing quite a bit of disfiguration.
Yes, they're piercing, sucking insects. They'll stick their mouth parts into plants or suck juice out, which causes the plant to sort of curl up.
Stipple and curl. Okay. All right. So in conclusion, integrated pest management is a strategy of the future for active, varied landscapes. It's a way to reduce your pesticide use. It's a way to get better control of insect and disease problems. You need to have qualified individuals that know how to do it properly for it to actually be an effective strategy. It's real important to us as a company to lower the amount of pesticides.
And to do our duty, taking care of the environment.
Be good stewards of the earth. So for us, it's a bigger guiding principle and philosophy as to why we are so behind this integrated pest management type of care in the landscape.
Yes.
So thanks for your time, thanks for listening, and we hope this now helps you help us reduce pesticides as well.
Any questions, or if you're at all interested in this program, you should email us at info@northeasthorticultural.com,
Or you can call
at 203-375-0553.
Thank you.